When I met you, I don't know the words.
What is it?
Prince. Last night we saw Princess.
You're singing Prince.
Princess. Maya Rudolph's band.
Oh, you're talking about... Okay, well, you're a little all over the place. First of all, I just needed you to know...
I'm all over the place.
I had no idea that was Prince.
I'm all over the place.
Based off of what you just did, that riff.
You look like you just came back from sea.
I feel like I just came back from sea. Oh, God, you have a lot of stuff in your teeth.
Blueberry muffin. Keep going. Mm-hmm. Keep going, please.
Continue. I'm going to take care of this. You need to actually go into the bathroom and brush your teeth. Like, there's that much stuff in your teeth. I'll hold down the fort, but just go check them, okay? Thanks. He gets mad at me for this kind of stuff, but then, like, I'll let him do the podcast without telling him, and he'll be like, why would you ever let me go on camera like that?
I'm good now.
Yeah, you are. Cute. Where's your vape?
I don't have one. I gave it up.
It's in your hand. Give it to me.
It's right here.
I know it's
Is
over
yours
there.
dead?
Yes. Thank you. Guys, it's been a wild 3 weeks. Last night was the season finale of SNL. Andy came to the after party. We did cocaine.
Yeah.
We both relapsed.
It was worth it.
Everyone around us was like, we're disappointed, but we understand why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so we have the support of our friends and family. Not our families. They don't know yet. We'll tell them, or they'll just find out, when a building goes up in flames, or, when one of our 17 businesses that we decided to start last night fails.
They all have LLCs already. We filed. Thank you, eFile.
Thank you so much, eFile. eFile. This episode brought to you by eFile.
What is that?
A cocaine addict's best friend.
What is that?
eFile.
There is a website that's like all like...
For all your last night's business ideas.
Oh, God, I'm so fucked up. First of all, I do want to start the podcast off with saying this. I don't know if Rosebud apologizes, but I apologize because it's been so crazy these last couple of weeks that we haven't been able to just be consistent, and we really love you guys, and we definitely want to keep doing the podcast, but we also we hit a wall. It started with Rosebud going to LA for 13 hours, and then we just haven't been able to catch up.
It really started with Moon Tower, doing Moon Tower Comedy Festival, coming back, going to work, going to LA for 13 hours.
Yeah. It's been a hard couple weeks, but luckily, it'll never stop. We'll always keep going. Yeah. But we have a little more time this time.
And luckily, if you are upset with us, we don't know about it.
Yeah, we won't know.
So
that's good.
That's probably for the best.
Mm-hmm. Because we're cagey right now. We're cagey.
We're feeling a little feral.
We're violent.
It's going to be a feral girl summer. I think I saw something like that.
Mouse growled at another dog in Central Park today, and I growled at the owner.
Yeah, and then I hissed.
Yeah.
I hissed back.
You know who really did hiss?
Who?
Mama Goose.
Oh, yeah, we saw some little baby geese in Central Park this morning because when we woke up, we had some breakfast, and then I want to say I had the idea to do an activity.
You did.
So everyone who says that I'm boring because I don't like activities, you can shove it up your ass.
Sounds like an insecurity.
Because I love activities when I feel like doing them.
Projecting.
So we went to Central Park and we saw a mother goose and her little babies, and we walked by, minding our own business, didn't say anything about her ugly fucking kids.
Yeah.
And she hissed at us.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Hissed at Mouse.
Yeah.
Didn't like Mouse. And Mouse was like, I'll kill all of you.
She didn't say that, at first. She was just walking by, minding her business.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we had a real New York day. Then we came home, we watched Stand By Me, which I decided, I think our marriage is Stand By Me if I transitioned into a girl.
Mm-hmm. If we grew up as little boys.
Yeah, if we grew up as little boys together, and then I transitioned into a girl, and then we got married. That's pretty much our marriage.
Because there's a lot of camping out. There's a lot of like...
A lot of camping out. A lot of,
hey,
what would you rather have as your last meal questions?
Yeah, we are like two young boy friends.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like, you want to camp out in the living room tonight? You know?
Who do you think would win in a fight? Mouse or an extra large raccoon?
I mean, obviously that extra tiny raccoon.
Not necessarily because the raccoon's really fat. Let's say the raccoon's
that's
real
what you mean
fat.
by extra large. I still think, I don't know. I don't think Mouse has that killer instinct.
You don't? Mm-mm. Oh, I think she does. I think you back Mouse into a corner, she's going to kick your ass.
Okay. We'll see. We're going to start training her. I'm going to start training her on the, I don't know, something. No, it's exciting. It's exciting to be kind of like, I think this is the first Sunday that we've just had the whole day with each other.
Yeah.
In what feels like years.
Yeah.
And last night was very fun. I pulled out some of my Andy Haynes patented party mixing, which is me asking you what you're going to do this summer and then being like, all right, well, I'm going to go mingle, and just making eye contact till they get the point. Really quality stuff, makes people feel heard and want to keep talking to me.
My favorite part was I've talked about you a lot at work, and I've told everybody about how, like, when you're at parties, you love to talk. This is like you're in is like, where are you from? What do you is that near this place? I went there at this time in my life. Mm-hmm. Right? So those are your moves strategically. And geography. And everybody at the party who has heard me talk about you would come up to me and go, your husband asked me where I'm from. Mm-hmm. Then he asked me where he picked a landmark. He said, is it near this? And then he told me a story about the time that he went there. And I was like, I'm telling you, this guy has got his moves planned out. Well, conversationally, he's got the whole thing mapped out.
Here's the thing. Speaking of mapped out.
Speaking of loving maps.
When I got molested, I was 8, and Carmen Sandiego was on.
Jesus Christ.
And I feel like I'm not actually autistic. I've just been, my person-to-person skills have been
frozen,
crystallized in an episode of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? And if I can solve it, I don't get molested.
And if I can solve it, my babysitter never comes back.
Yeah. And I think that's the solution. We fixed it. I'm just playing a very large game of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
My voice is gone.
Yeah.
I think by the end of the week, I was sounding more and more like Natasha Lyonne.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, no.
I saw her for a moment.
I still don't know if she's gay. I know she's a gay icon, but I think she's actually straight.
I think she's just Chloe Sevigny was there as well last night, and they were together like friends, old friends. And I think there's just that if you were in New York as like a partying child, mm-hmm. you're kind of just co-opted into that world of like fashion, drugs, music.
Yeah. Of all the cults, I think the New York club kid of the 80s and 90s is the coolest one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, she probably, has had sex with, David Bowie and Julian Casablancas. Mm-hmm. She's... I don't know. Sounds fun. Okay. I wanted to tell Chloe Sevigny that I liked her in The Girl from whatever, Plainsville.
I still don't know who that is.
She plays the boy's mom. You don't know who Chloe Sevigny is?
No.
Do you remember The Girl from Plainville?
Yes, I remember the show.
And you know the boy's mom in the show?
Yes.
She's a famous actress. She was in Big Love, the show about...
Never saw it.
Polygamy. She was the blonde girl in Kids.
Okay, never saw Kids all the way through.
Anyways, was in a lot of art house films. I know the references, though. Yeah, she just kind of been working her whole life, always in high quality stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, anyways. Pretty boring.
She was there last night?
Yeah.
Oh. Was that the joke when we were in the middle of a conversation? You were like, I'm going to go say hi to so-and-so?
No, I said Emma Stone.
Oh, was she there?
Yes.
Oh.
But I've also seen Emma Stone at every single SNL party I've been to.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of bizarre.
Probably likes comedy.
She knows Lorne. I saw that.
Yeah, everybody knows Lorne.
No, but like she like was hanging with him for a little bit. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I told her that I was going to go up and
she was hanging with him for a little bit.
Well,
really?
We saw another guy try to talk.
That's an odd thing to see.
We saw another guy try to talk to Lorne, and security had to put their hand between them, you know?
No, that's not true. Don't spread rumors. Don't spread rumors that can get me fired.
All right, I'm sorry.
Anyway, it was a cool night. It was a cool season. And yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that I blew it.
Yeah. It's a shame that they asked you to leave.
Yeah, it's a shame that I was told before the episode was over that I'm not being invited back.
Yeah, they had a point of the night where, so Maya Rudolph has a band called Princess, which is her doing covers of Prince. And they were playing and they stopped the music and they said, can so-and-so and so-and-so come up? And then also Rosebud. And then they had kind of like an audience applausometer about who should come back. And it was weird.
Actually, it wasn't really like an applausometer for who should come back. It was, they announced who was getting fired, and whoever got the most applause got fired first live on stage.
Yeah.
And, they called my name, and I went up, and the second my foot hit the stage, the whole crew,
honestly, it was in
cast.
It was in the skating rink at Rockefeller Center.
Everyone was like, get that bitch out of here.
There was like cabbies like honking. Like it seemed like we won a foreign war. That's the way people were cheering. I saw a guy like scoop a woman and dip her, like kiss her, like that famous picture. And it was just because they were firing Rosebud.
Yeah.
So
it's so funny. I truly don't know what I'm doing at my job.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, you did great.
I'm starting to learn.
Rosebud did really good this season, and she's a star. And
that's not true.
I'm moving to England to be in the countryside, so that's pretty cool. But,
are you going to tell people about your job?
No.
Okay.
But
anyway, Andy got a big job, so I won't say what it is, but he got a big job.
I'm a mover
because he always does this to me.
I'm a mover in England. No, I don't know, and I don't want to count any chickens before the eggs hatch.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are you going to do with your summer? What are you going to do with your summer that you don't have planned?
Well,
I know you have a couple live dates.
Yeah, I have a couple live dates, but I think I'm just really going to relax. I just really want to relax. I want to deeply, deeply relax. I'm so tired. And, yeah, I don't like, I feel like if I had this summer all planned out, I would be bummed out right now. Like if I had a whole thing that I had to do, I would be super bummed because it wouldn't feel like a break. And every break that I've had before this has been like, you have 2 weeks, this is where you're going to come back on this day, then you got this, then you got, so I'm like, I'm really just gonna set my mind to relaxing and chilling out and exploring my body.
That's great. Mm-hmm. You think you're going to sign up for like a class of some sort, like exercising?
No,
class?
I mean like a teen in the suburbs.
Oh, like you're going to shuffle the couch. Mm-hmm. I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
You get it.
Yeah.
What about you? I feel like I have hair in my mouth. Oh, I do. I have a piece of my bangs in my mouth.
I don't know what I'm actually going to do this summer besides this job. I want to do comedy and I want to work on...
I love that we're asking each other this like we don't know. We're just like telling people for the podcast.
Well, I don't think we have a plan for this summer. Like we don't have a big...
I just said we don't.
Yeah. So it's like, it's kind of interesting because this job kind of gives you a school year and it's been a long time since I've had a school year. Mm-hmm. So it is interesting. We have like a proper summer where like you go from like working, I don't know, 80 hours a week to all of a sudden you're going to do stand up on the road, but that's about it.
Yeah. Anything else?
I'm going to turn 40.
Oh, yeah. We got your fucking birthday date planned. And I got Andy like a big, I got basically like a real world house upstate. And we're inviting a couple friends to go up there and just like play pool and walk around in the woods. And, you know, maybe somebody gets murdered.
Yeah, we are going to kind of do a game where we kind of pick somebody. And then
we pick different couples and then we're like, we have a haunted board game in the house. Mm-hmm. You know, and we turn the lights down and then the board game comes to life. Anyway, we'll live stream the whole thing so you guys can kind of enjoy it as a thriller.
You know what we should do for my birthday weekend for that Monday episode?
What?
A podcast with 15 guests.
With 15 people. All talking over each other.
A podcast with 15 guests. I think that sounds like a recipe for success.
Yeah. I heard something on the phone earlier. Like, I guess there's some sort of drama between two podcasts in LA. I honestly do not know which ones.
I do.
But
I know all the drama.
You know all the drama?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been talking about it.
With who?
I talked about it last night with the person we've been talking about, and I don't. It's been like, because it went on this podcast called H3H3, which is like one of the biggest podcasts in the world, kind of.
What? Why have I never heard of it?
You're talking about Schaub and Bobby, right?
I don't know. I literally told you I don't know which podcast it's about.
Oh, yeah. There's beef between Kalila, Schaub, and Bobby.
Oh, really?
And Annie is kind of in there as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Some people were being naughty.
So there's trouble in paradise.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was...
I love Bobby and Kalila. I
don't
want to say anything bad.
No, they did nothing wrong.
Of course not.
Because
they're two little angel babies.
I've just, I'm not I'm not in that world of like, I'm not close with, I don't go on those podcasts, so I don't like know enough to talk
about them.
To talk about them publicly. Well, no, I mean, like, I know, but like, it sounds like some bros were being bros, and some people were being like, hey, that's fucked up. And then, anyways, now it's getting too vague and I'm backtracking. So anyways, that's who's the beef is between. And it's weird that podcasts are at the point where I think this is our first like podcast.
I think it's time for us to get out of the game.
Really?
Yeah. I think if it's coming to this, I want no fucking part of it. It's fucking stupid. That's like embarrassing.
It's reality TV.
It really is.
Yeah.
That's an embarrassment.
Well, it's that's what's shaking up the podcast world.
That's so embarrassing.
The Broy podcast world.
Can you imagine, though? Like, everyone is in their 40s.
Can you imagine me being like, do you want to come on my podcast to talk about you hitting on my girlfriend? Yeah, it's pretty weird. But I guess, that's the thing.
Is that what it was about?
Yeah, but then there was like some dishonesty about like
how it went down or whatever.
Schaub got called on hitting on Kalila and then denied it, and then people were like, "No, that's actually what happened," and they addressed it. But, yeah. You know what I don't want?
And it's escalated to the point that the East Coast is hearing about this.
Oh, I mean, it's like multiple different podcasts like are covering, like Tim talked about it for a whole episode.
Really?
He kind of made fun of it though. He was just making fun of it the whole time.
Yeah, good.
You know what I want people to stop doing is supporting people's celebrity foray into stand-up. Anybody can do stand-up, but if you're a famous person that wants to do stand-up, please don't do it publicly until you've done it a bunch.
How are they supposed to do it if they're famous? How are they supposed to do it anonymously?
Hit an open mic.
Yeah, how would that remain anonymous?
Well, they don't have to sell tickets.
They're selling... Oh, you're talking about like T.I.
And Schaub. People going out.
You're talking about Schaub doing stand-up.
Like, I just don't like... I don't like how like stand-up's like this fun thing that people like I mean, it's hater talk.
I don't like that stand-up is a fun thing.
No, it's like this, it'd be like if you played jazz and then a guy was like, I've been noodling on my guitar, and then they just went and sold out like a theater to do just bad guitar. You'd be like, why are you doing that?
But don't you feel like it's not like you can fake being good at it?
No.
So it doesn't really matter.
That's true. That's true.
If you want to fake playing jazz guitar, go for it. If you want to take people's money faking jazz guitar, absolutely.
God bless. I guess
Please.
I guess I'm being a hater, and
a Bill hater.
Go get the hater cap. Go get the hater cap.
Picture of Bill Hader on it.
I have to wear a hater cap for the rest of the episode. Actually, I heard that guy's really nice, besides being kind of predatory.
Who?
Schaub. Anyways.
That Schaub's really nice and predatory?
I don't know.
Fuck it. I
fucked him.
I'm gonna say it. I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant with Schaub's superhuman baby.
I really think that I agree. I know what you're saying. Like, this was like, I think Schaub had a special come out. When was it? Like
3-4 years ago.
3-4 years ago or whatever. It came out, horrible reviews. I mean, I'm not being an asshole saying that. Like, it did not do well. Mm-hmm. Am I reaching?
No.
Okay. And then, he did really well in the podcasting world. And that, I think, is his niche now, right? Isn't that like what he does?
But he still does stand-up.
Does he?
Yeah, he still does. I don't know how good it is.
It's probably better than before if he's doing it consistently, hopefully. I don't know. You have to really try not to get better at stand-up if you are. Like, you almost have to... You have to put in absolutely zero effort ever into actually getting better in order to not get better.
Oh, yeah. I think I was thinking about the jazz music comparison. Mm-hmm. And you know what I think the greatest, like, person who you would think is not, that shouldn't be as good as they are, but actually is amazing, is John Mayer. Did you know that he's, like, considered one of the best blues guitarists in the world? Isn't that weird?
I didn't know that, but that doesn't surprise me.
I just think it's weird that a guy who's like, kind of like he's a little bit punchliney. He seems like a nice guy, but that's kind of who you throw out if you're like, oh, what are you going to a John Mayer concert?
But that's such an old, like, because John Mayer was like, he was a little bit like, people hated on him the same way they hated on like Justin Bieber, mm-hmm. Where it was like, oh, he makes music for chicks, which was like such an early aughts sort of state of mind. But I don't think he's known for being, I don't think he's a punchline anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, he like opens for the Grateful Dead.
And he's just...
Actually,
he was undeniably good at, like, he was a good singer-songwriter.
True.
And I think everybody saw that.
Who's also surprised me this week was Harry Styles. That new song is a bop.
Harry Styles is fucking great.
You were playing that the other day? I was like, who's this?
Yeah.
You left it on repeat? I let it play after you left.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a good song.
It is. It's kind of like... it reminds me a little bit of like Williamsburg in the early aughts.
Okay. Like a little like MGMT?
Like just kind of this indie kind. It's more modern than that, but like it feels like an indie
pop song.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, seeing him, this is weird, but seeing him in that little like rainbow fucking sequin outfit.
Yeah.
I was like, he's a cutie.
Yeah.
He's a cutie pie.
Certifiable.
He's a heartthrob.
Certifiable.
And I don't know what it says about the dark corners of my sexuality that like seeing a man in a sequined vest and bell bottoms did something to me. I was like, look at you little snack.
Well, I think he's a sex symbol, babe. I don't think you're a weirdo.
No,
he's a certifiable panty soaker.
But in that outfit, he looked like a My Little Pony.
He's been dressing like a woman for like 5 years.
He looks cute.
All right.
He's making it work.
He is making it work.
I mean, he's upsetting the gays.
That
He is upsetting the gays with his...
is he?
His androgynous look, you know?
I think that's the new
thing. Like a straight guy who's dressing androgynously, and everybody's like, fuck.
That's like a new thing, is like everything that was counterculture and indie and all that stuff is now pop culture. And now the most normal thing to do is to listen to or the coolest thing to do now is to listen to Limp Bizkit. That's, if you want to be cool, you got to listen to Limp Bizkit.
You heard it here first, you guys. We are trend setting.
H2 Hummer.
Yep, we are the ones who, as you know, this podcast
sponsored by Limp Bizkit.
It's sponsored by Limp Bizkit. No, we are the ones who set the trends for summer, and Limp Bizkit that's the next thing.
Here's the trends for summer: Limp Bizkit, H2 Hummers, Red Bull, large can.
We're basically just doing 80 and Bowen's summer trends.
Yeah, and invading Iraq. That's another one we've brought back.
Oh yeah, invading Iraq. That's the next one.
But make it fashion.
Make it fashion and make it nice. Okay, in and out.
Mm-hmm.
We want to keep it quick. Why do you think we were so quick to, like, the Iraq War was so fast? It was just like in and out.
It wasn't quick. It went on for 15 years.
No, Afghanistan did.
But Iraq did not. We never officially ended Iraq until I think the very end of Obama's. So it was like 12 years. It wasn't quick.
Well, it wasn't, but it wasn't like as crazy, right? Are you sure about that? I feel like it was faster.
I'm positive.
Look it up.
All right. Keep talking while I'm...
Look it up.
Keep talking.
Say, just type in which was longer, Afghanistan or Iraq War?
Well, Afghanistan was obviously longer because it started in 2001 and it went all the way to fucking this year. So, end of Iraq War. Obama. He brought an end through the course of the 14 months. What president ended the war in Iraq? Oh, I guess it was 2000. Oh, well, no, it was
President Bush agreed to a withdrawal of U.S. combat troops from Iraq.
But it wasn't. The withdrawal wasn't done until 2011.
I see.
So it was an 8-year war.
Okay.
But it wasn't quick. It was because we never I don't think wars. I mean, Vietnam was the same way, where we just didn't ever really have control. There was a lot of us there.
Yeah.
We didn't have the same fatalities, but they sure did. Man. Did you see that thing where Bush was like, accidentally said, you saw this, right?
Yeah, he misspoke.
He was like, one man doing an unprompted, unjustified invasion of Iraq. I mean, Ukraine, senior moment. That's what he said. Anyways.
It was kind of like, when I saw that as a headline, I was like, I kind of miss how stupid, like, it was like the stuff that we criticized him for was just like flubs. Like he would flub his words.
The 2000s were so innocent besides 9/11. But like besides 9/11, everything was like...
The 2000s were so innocent besides 9/11.
You know what I mean? Like, what did you care about in the aughts?
I mean, before 9/11, I remember it was literally just like, which do you like better? Limp Bizkit or the Backstreet Boys?
Yeah.
And if you say Backstreet Boys, I know everything I need to know about your whole personality.
I like that you were 14 years old in 2001. Probably pretty close.
Yeah.
That's some good pasta. All right, I want to read this real quick. We got a message from Kate Hargett, our friend with the dog that eats condoms, down in DC.
Okay.
I had a dream that I was on a bike ride by myself through the woods, and I heard some other bikers coming up behind me super fast. When they caught up with me, it turned out to be you two. We stopped at a stop sign and chatted until a car came and tried to run us over, and then I woke up. Just wanted to share and hope you're all having a good time. Good day.
Well, Kate, hate to tell you, but one of us was run over by a car. And it's me, and Andy's deep faking my voice and my face.
Everything.
So I'm dead. So you had a premonition.
It's terrifying that that's how the world has to know that you are in a coma. I mean, I feel horrible about that.
But they also just found out that you are technologically far more gifted than they assumed. So that's a benefit.
Here's another dream. I caught you reading my comment on the pod while I was in post-travel fever dream today. So I dreamt we were at the English high tea table discussing the topic. Green grass, roses, striped awnings, silver serving sets, all of it. Re-listened and found out it semi-happened. Whoa.
Guys.
Stop dreaming.
Can you guys start writing to us about shit other than your dreams? Like, start writing to us about stuff you want to hear on the podcast, not your own dreams. People don't want to hear your dream stories, okay? We like to hear them.
Somebody had a perfect description of a dream. Oh, they were saying dreams are never interesting enough to tell another person.
They never are.
Like, you've never heard somebody go, did you hear about the dream that Rosebud had?
Whose joke is that?
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Oh, never mind, actually. I don't want to spread more drama talk.
What?
There's some more drama
Just
I saw.
tell me.
People are mad at John Mulaney because he had Chappelle open for him. And Chappelle said an anti-trans joke. And everybody's like, we feel like we were forced to watch anti-trans hate, violence, whatever. And there's like, people are going nuts on Twitter.
Oh my God.
Because one woman was like, imagine you hear 13,000 people laugh at a trans joke and you're a trans person. Which, I mean, honestly, I feel like I've heard probably 13,000 collective jokes, laughs at
about
jokes.
White men.
No, well, at white men, but also my wife. Like, I've seen you tell enough jokes where it's like, my husband has a shaky hand.
Right.
I don't trust him. I don't think he can keep us safe. And people are like, and I'm in the back and I'm like, there's my girl. Yeah.
Wait, so are you comparing yourself to the victims who, are you comparing yourself to a trans person hearing a trans joke, or are you saying
trans.
that it's not that hard to hear a joke about yourself?
I'm saying I have heard it, and I mean, obviously it's not the same, but I have been around comedy enough that if somebody says a joke about me, people make fun of you make jokes about me being molested. My friends roast me about all my insecurities. It's a different culture. So when when you complain about a joke hurting your feelings to comics, we are never going to understand, because that's our love language.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, there is something that's combative about, like, when people are like, this is actively hurting us. And then you go, well, I'm going to keep doing it over and over and over again. There is something innately combative about that, even though you don't mean it in the way that, like, there's nothing about what you're doing that is, you're not trying to hurt anyone. You're trying to stand up for what you've been doing your whole life, which is making comedy, and I think that it's a far too complicated situation, and I'm so fucking sick of the whole thing that I really don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I hear about it and I just go, yeah, okay.
I really think that I've been like red pilled kind of by the reaction to comedy. Because like at first...
What does it mean, red pilled?
Like kind of turned right. Like red pill means like you were like turned to the right. But I think, maybe 3 years ago, pre-pandemic.
Wait, the right, like liberally? Like
yeah, politically. But I just mean in the sense, like, I'm obviously still a liberal person. But, like, I used to kind of hear somebody go, like, well, imagine how that would make you feel. Like, I remember when, like, the Lindy West stuff went down, where Lindy West and Jim Norton argued about the, the backlash or just the effects of rape jokes and whether it was okay to make a rape joke. And I was kind of like, well, you're kind of right. Like, we shouldn't be making rape jokes and then after 10 years of people being like, we shouldn't make this joke, we shouldn't make that joke. Now it's kind of like, I'm just like, I'm not going to not make jokes that make fun of myself and other people to some extent. And I don't know. I stopped caring at a certain point.
Yeah, it's sort of like when you're at a family dinner and everybody's arguing about the fucking upcoming election. You just get to a point where you go like, you completely dissociate from the entire argument. And you go, I literally don't care.
I'm voting for Satan.
Yeah.
That's what you say to your elderly grandma. You go, I'm writing in Satan.
You know what I'm saying, though? When you just kind of like that's how I feel about the entire thing. I'm always going to tell jokes that make me laugh. I'm going to try not to hurt people. If there's a joke that I come up with where I think this might hurt people, I'm probably going to try to find a different way to tell it.
Yeah, I also say that as somebody who doesn't make jokes about trans people. I have jokes about me seeming gay, but I don't have jokes about gay people. I'm very boring. I'm just going to talk about like, I got too many, I have all these like different kitchen utensils and I
Stop trying to make your comedy sound more boring than it is. You know that it's not.
All right.
Well, it's just not. That's not.
I'm fucking around. Okay. Let's go to a bad advice question because our brains are dying.
Slowly.
This is a bad advice update, and this is from Ann Layton, who I think was, she hit us up a while ago about getting a rescue dog. Thanks so much for the advice on this. I got a good laugh, but your real advice was actually super helpful too. I wanted to give you guys an update. I didn't have to threaten my sister with a knife because it turns out I was right. He was planning to propose. This is the one where the boyfriend was talking to the sister. Everybody was like, oh my God. And then she was like, wait, what's going on? Mm-hmm. He asked me on Saturday night at my birthday dinner with all our friends. I really wasn't expecting it to be soon, and I was totally surprised.
Congratulations.
Here's some pics of us and our dog and the ring. Oh my God, Anne. Aw.
That's so great.
That's great. Oh, look at you guys.
That's very cute. Aw.
Good for you.
The dog's like, the dog's photo is, it looks like a meme.
Yeah, the dog is like, it looks like the cat that's making the, oh, look.
That's very cute.
Mouse, this is not about you, okay?
Okay, P.S. I'm from Boston, not Bozeman, but I couldn't come to your recent Laugh Boston show because I was working. Hope to see you next time. Thanks again for all the laughs.
Why did I think you were in Bozeman? I don't know where that comes from. Well, we're really happy. We feel kind of responsible for your love.
Yeah.
And so just include
Every
us
time
in
you
your
look
vows.
at the ring, just think of us and include us in your vows. And welcome to marriage. It's the exact same.
Yep. Except you can't leave as easily.
Exactly.
Is there anything you guys hit us up with some bad advice? I know there's a lot of people out there who have not hit us up with bad advice before. If you're listening to this you obviously can just look at the info. All the phone numbers are there. Leave us a voicemail. Send us a bad advice.
It's
email us, Instagram us.
917-540-8395. Just text us your bad advice questions, and we'll answer them on the pod. And
do you want to say your dates that are this next weekend?
No, you can just check them out on. Well,
Rosebud will be in Vancouver the 27th through 29th.
Yeah.
And I will be in Victoria the 28th at Heckler's. Come down to Heckler's. 2 shows, 7 and 10. Come on out.
Oh, and then next week I will be in Tempe. I know I'm saying that wrong, I guess. People told me I'm saying
Tempe?
Tempe is how people say it, but That is not how I've ever said it. So I'm going to be in Tempe, Arizona, and
June 2nd through 5th with Blair Saki.
Can you let me fucking do it? Let me do it. I'll be there June 2nd through the 4th with Blair Saki, through the 5th with Blair Saki, and I can't wait. So get tickets on my website, www.rosebudbaker.com. Anything else?
Do you know how often like I'm reading something and you start reading it?
Do you want to do this right now? Because I will. No, I don't, because I don't keep track of our shit like that, you fucking psychopath.
Wow, I love the future. I will be... All I have right now is Victoria. I got some other dates coming up in July. But yeah, send us your bad advice. Go see Rosie or me and wash your hands.
Don't lick your lover's eyeballs.
And don't spit in their mouths unless you're in a committed monogamous relationship.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Woo!